I'm able to understand 100% this teacher. He's a native speaker. So this guy from Hipronary ain't no a cheater because they apparently know a lot of vocabulary, but I can't understand it. But this teacher, I'm able to understand it, and he is native speaker.
I know that this is gonna hurt a lot of English teachers' feelings. Nevertheless, I wanna be absolutely straight up to you.
And the reason is because we have received a lot of feedback from our community in our comment section below telling us, Josh, Emmanuel, how come I'm able to understand native speakers 100% apparently, but I'm not able to understand your English? That's so odd, you might say. But when we have questioned this theory, we always jumped to the same conclusion, and it's because you are watching channels from those countries, but those people are teachers, and you gotta bear in mind something really important here, and is that the teachers try to speak a little bit more slow, and they try to emphasize every single word. Am I right, Emma?
You are right, and as a matter of fact, English teachers always use the same run-of-the-mill methods, meaning that they always are extremely grammar-minded. And that right there is another problem that is hampering your learning process.
Yeah, because if you are not learning anything new, that's a problem. Even us, we are able to learn something new every single day, right, Emma? So, it's time to move on. Be thankful, give a thumbs up to those channels because you have learned a lot of good stuff from them. But it's time to move on because if you are not learning anything new, it's because you are in a loop.
You are stuck.
You are stuck.
So don't settle for less, move on.
You know what? I'm so excited now. I recently came across a YouTube channel that is wonderful. It's called Hipronary School. I feel that my English is much better now. My teacher never taught me those words and those idioms that those guys use all the time. I feel so engaged. I love that channel.
This is all wrong. I'm gonna stop you right there because it's totally unacceptable.
No, that channel is wonderful.
I'm gonna tell you why. This guy, Emmanuel, he's skinny, he's ugly, and the other guy doesn't know how to speak English. His accent is really weird. I can't understand. And those are making up words.
No,
they are not necessary. I called the professor to me, and she told me that those words are not necessary.
You're so wrong. Let me tell you why. I've been applying for different call centers, and I have gotten rejected. And ever since I started watching those videos from Hipronary, I passed 2 interviews in a row. How can you explain that?
In my personal opinion, I don't like their English because I'm not able to understand it. I'm able to understand teachers from the United States.
Probably that's your problem.
No, it's not my problem.
You don't understand them.
Okay, how could you explain that I'm able to understand teachers from Canada, England, the United States 100%? But when I'm watching these videos, their accent is so weird. This guy Joshua, he doesn't know how to speak English. He speaks so fast and he tends to mince words I'm unable to understand. And this guy Emmanuel, he uses tons of fancy words. I don't like him because he's trying to show up every time. He uses a lot of fancy words that are not necessary. And their accent, this is the most important thing here. I don't like their accent. I don't like people with different accents.
That's your problem right there. You have to learn different accents. And you know what? When you're working in a call center, you have to get used to different accents. And maybe you comprehend those native speakers because they're teaching the same thing.
No, the real English is from the United States.
No, you're
it's
wrong.
From the United States.
There are so many countries whose main language is English.
They went to this party and I was ready to mingle, because that broke up, man, was so awful. And I met this girl. She was so fat, bro. She was so fat. I was so stoked. But I don't know, bro. That party was a snore fest.
She was so fat? You mean?
No. Fat.
And you said, what do you say? Snorefest.
Snorefest.
My teacher never taught me that. I've never heard that word. What is that?
You mean you don't know these words?
No, I don't.
But you know how to speak English?
Yes, I do. I have a C2 certification. I recently graduated from college and I speak really good English. But my teacher, here is what I want to tell you. My teacher told me that I shouldn't learn those words because he doesn't want me to sound informal, and my C2 certification is so sophisticated, meaning that I have to be formal all the time.
The same old song, bro. Bro, teachers usually are good people. I mean, we have to be thankful because they always teach you good stuff. But that right there is the main problem with teachers. They don't know shit, bro. They don't know their apple from a hole in the ground when it comes to speaking English. Because when you have to speak English, there is no such thing like informal, formal. No. You can apply that concept when it comes to applying for a certain job. But after that, bro, this is really common English.
Yeah, perhaps you are right, but I think that it is not necessary. I don't need those words to talk to somebody. No, I don't.
I was telling you a story and you weren't able to understand.
No, I didn't, but
So,
anyway, I'm not going to learn those words because I have never heard them. I've talked to so many native English speakers, in fact, and they don't use those words whatsoever.
I don't know, that's your problem, but let me tell you literally straightforward. You are not bilingual. Because if you weren't able to understand my story, so you are not having a good conversation with me. See you later, bro.
To sum it up, the bottom line is that you should avoid being so grammar-minded. Joshua is going to explain to you what you should do and the steps you have to take in order to avoid that.
Well, first and foremost, because at the end of the day, you will have a good and nice, influent conversation with anyone around you. And you gotta learn this vocabulary because this will be totally handy when it comes to receiving calls in a call center. You will have to be able to understand perfectly every single scenario. Even though you are not able to understand certain words and you ask for a synonym, if you have a good and wide repertoire, you will be able to understand it. Otherwise, that will be a total bummer. So that's the main reason.
So I hope this explanation clears up all your concerns, and if you have any questions, please let know in the comments below. So thank you for watching and see you next time.